Are you hungry? Come here. Say good morning. Say good morning. Or you just care about your food? Your second breakfast of the day. You just care about your second breakfast of the day. Yes, I know. I know. Oh my goodness. You eat all the food. I have to make your soup. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I know your daddy fed you earlier. I know he did. Hey, baby. So it's been a while. As per usual, I guess that's just how it's gonna go these days with YouTube. I don't know. So I figured I would just kind of take you through my day, fill you in on what's been going on. I'm gonna train later. I have the day off from work today, so I'm going to train at noon. It's 9:45 right now. You know what I love? I love the froth from my Nespresso. Look at that. So good. When was the last time I posted on here? 3 months ago? I don't know. Yeah, like probably 2.5 months ago. All right, so we've got some updates, a little bit to chat about. So the biggest update, really, I mean, kind of the only update, I guess. Well, I was going to compete this weekend. I trained all summer for this weekend for the New York Open. It's gonna be right on Long Island. And last minute, there ended up, okay, I thought there was nobody in my bracket. I waited until last Friday was the last time that I looked. The cutoff was on Saturday. By Friday, nobody was signed up, including myself, because I always waited until the last minute to sign up. And when I saw that nobody else was signing up, I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna sign up. Meanwhile, other people were probably waiting for somebody else to sign up. You know what I mean? So it was like a cycle. But anyway, I never signed up because I was waiting. And by Friday, I saw that no one had signed up. So I was like, okay, you know, now I'm gonna eat then. And I kind of put it out of my mind that I'm going to compete. And then a couple of days ago, I saw that someone freaking signed up. So she must have signed up on Saturday, the last day, which I didn't think that anybody would actually do. So I could have competed, but I'm not. And this is a really big update I'm sharing. I feel like, you know, for some of you who have been around here for a long time, I used to compete a lot. I used to compete pretty often. And, you know, a lot of you on here now, I'm sure have seen all of the injury videos and all of that. And I feel like, sometimes I feel like I'm like a broken record talking about the injury, but it really was like a huge part of my life and it really twisted things and turned things upside down. I get a lot of people now that follow me and send me messages about the injury because it really is a really hard recovery to go through. So the fact that now it's almost 3 years later from the injury, it took this long for me to feel confident enough and to get to the mindset of feeling like I am ready to compete. So the fact that I even trained for this to me is a really, really big deal. And this was the ultimate place that I wanted to get to, right? Of course, you know, when you're in with any injury, any point of recovery, right? You're always like looking for that next step. So it's like just to be able to function normally day to day, like that's the big step. And then it's maybe get back into working out. And then the next thing is getting back into training. And everything is, there's levels to it, right? And getting back to competition was the top of the mountain. That was what I've been climbing for the past 3 years. And although I'm not competing this weekend, it didn't work out, and lesson learned, just sign up for the freaking tournament. I feel really good that I've gotten now to this place of feeling like, you know what, I feel like I'm ready to get back out there, you know? I pretty much decided towards the beginning of June that I was going to compete, and I got into, you know, it's that mindset switch, right? When you decide to compete, it's that switch in your mind where now you can't, you know, you have to focus on your training even more so, right? Days where maybe you're like, oh, would love to not go to train. No, like you're going to training, focusing on your diet and all types of things to mentally start preparing for comp day. For me, the biggest thing throughout the last, 6 or so weeks was losing weight. So I lost 10 pounds. It's been 10 pounds that I have been trying, well, not really trying to be honest, but in my head, I have been wanting to lose since the surgery. To be transparent, I guess, I used to fight at lightweight. So for something like IBJJF in the gi, that was 142.5. Grappling Industries, it was 135. IBJJF no gi, it was 135. And that's where I felt really, really good. I used to walk around like 138. So fighting there, I never used to have to really cut anything, maybe like 2 pounds in the sauna or something. Then with COVID, I went up a weight class and I started walking closer to 145. So post-COVID, I was fighting at middleweight. And then after my surgery, I put on like another 10, at some points almost 15 pounds. And I've been holding on to that the past couple of years. And to be honest, I thought that once I got back into training consistently, I thought that that weight was just going to come off, like that. And it did not. I never really took the time to figure out how much I was eating. You guys know I eat very healthy, but I think I was definitely overeating. I think I got into a bad habit of, late night eating, and my husband and I on the weekends, we would kind of just eat whatever we wanted. And during the week, we would eat super healthy, but probably portions were maybe too much. I have felt uncomfortable where I've been at the last couple of years. I didn't like being that high just for my body type. I could see the difference, I could feel the difference. I was uncomfortable in my clothing, like all of these things, right? Training for this competition really forced me to lock in, and I've finally lost in like 4 weeks. I lost the 10 pounds that I've been wanting to lose but just never committed to the past like 2.5 years. Unfortunately, eating in a calorie deficit, that does work. So, I can show you today what I've been eating, but really it's just eating in the calorie deficit, eating less. I think also sticking with it on the weekends. Really, for the most part, the whole summer, I really stuck with not going over the calories, and it worked. For this weight cut, I wanted to keep it as simple and as easy as possible. I do not love tracking my food. Years ago, when I first got into weightlifting, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a bodybuilder. And I followed all the fitness influencers. I was tracking my food and I realized I hated it. I haven't tracked my food since. I think it's a great tool, and this whole experience really showed me again, like how great of a tool it can be. Because when you think you're eating healthy, if you have a specific goal, sometimes you're overeating, and that's why you're not reaching your goal, right? So this really showed me and opened my eyes to how good of a tool it can be with, I will say it again, a specific goal in mind. I'll be honest, I'm not super duper hungry right now, and I have to leave for training in about an hour, but I do want to eat a little something. So what I'm going to eat is just 2 eggs and turkey sausage. I also have to start getting ready for the gym. So rash guard today. I stay wearing the Alchemized rash guards. I still love them. I always just wear compression shorts under my gi. My gi is just my royal gi. I got a new War Tribe gi, which I actually don't really love. I got it, it's their ultra lightweight gi. And let me tell you, if you need a really light gi, the War Tribe ultra lightweight gis, I think they're called, so light. Sausages are pretty much done. 2 eggs. I like them very runny. So that's it. That's breakfast. And then what you always got to add is some hot sauce on top. This has 23 grams of protein. Like I said, I'm not super hungry this morning, and because I'm leaving soon to go train, I don't want to really eat anything more than this. But on a regular day where I'm more hungry and I do want to get in more protein, I would have cottage cheese with some fruit. I would have yogurt with fruit, Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, and I would flavor it with just the fruit, put pumpkin seeds in there, and I love, oh my gosh, let me show you my protein that I love. I'm not a fan of protein powders. It's been years since I've stuck to a protein because I think they're gross and I think a lot of them are filled with gross ingredients. But this one I genuinely love. I even mix it into my yogurt and it almost kind of like, it makes like a pudding. It is so good. It's by the brand Just Ingredients. This is their chocolate protein. I genuinely love this protein and it's got 24 grams of protein and the ingredients are probably the best you will see in a protein. I also know that they have electrolytes, so I do want to get some of those. But yeah, this has been definitely a savior to get in extra protein during this cut, for sure. You know when you really need gas and you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and you forget that you need gas and then you can't go anywhere without getting the gas? So we gotta get gas. So we got gas and we got coffee. Did I need another coffee? No. Did I want another coffee? Yes. And the coffee I made at home, I only took a couple sips if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. So, and we've got a 35-minute drive to the gym. I could use a coffee. And let me tell you, it was free because I used my husband's little 7-Eleven rewards and I got a free coffee, so it's a good day. All done with training. Training was great. I felt really good. And I just drove back out east, a little farther out east, to meet Todd for lunch at one of our favorite little spots. Our friend owns a coffee shop and cafe. Coffee's really good. The ingredients for the food are locally sourced. And the food is just like really good. You know, sometimes like at coffee shops the food is kind of like subpar. No, not here. It's called Dark Horse and it's delicious. So let's go eat. I'm starving.
His friend he has real estate and has like a contracting company that like works on that Burger King that like got remodeled out. He did that. That was one of his.
Here that you can eat. I just got back from grocery shopping a little while ago, so let me show you what I got. I guess we'll start with fruits and veg. We've been eating a ton of watermelon over the summer. We love watermelon, and I feel like when you're trying to cut weight, watermelon, it keeps you full and it's so satisfying, especially after training. I literally could eat like a whole watermelon in one sitting. No lie. I love these golden kiwis. Always gotta have strawberries in the house. Bananas, apples. We eat a ton of pineapple. Green peppers for salads and bowls. Mixed greens, broccoli, cucumber for sandwiches, salads, bowls. You can put cucumber on anything, at least I do. Feta, cheddar, and sliced cheese for sandwiches and maybe for burgers. These are the burgers that I keep in the freezer. This turkey for sandwiches when in doubt. Turkey sandwich, plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. Real simple, guys. Very basic food over here. Ground beef, chicken thighs, more of these breakfast sausages, sourdough. These chips are amazing. For a sweet snack, these cute little date rolls with coconut, and these are the perfect midday snack. Todd also likes these. These are beef sticks and they have organ meats mixed in there. Todd loves OJ. Banana milk. I thought this could be really good with my protein shake or maybe even in coffee. I don't know, but we're gonna try it. And a couple of poppies, and that's it. I told you we keep it really simple. I don't like to think a lot when I make my meals. You know, like I said earlier, with keeping track of calories and things like that, it just makes things a lot easier when you're not putting a whole bunch of different ingredients and sauces together. So beef bowls, chicken bowls, salads, turkey sandwiches, tuna sandwiches, things like that. Lots of fruit and that gets us through the week. Todd and I are about to go on a run together. It's a Friday evening. I think it's around like 6:30. And we've been doing this all summer in the evenings. Not every evening, of course, but maybe like 2 or 3 times a week. We've been going on runs together and we've been really, really loving it. I used to love running and then I didn't love running. There was like a couple of weeks ago, it was a Thursday night and I got home from work and like I was really, really tired, like just so exhausted, and we weren't gonna go on a run. And then Todd was like, no, like let's go on the run. And let me tell you, after we went on the run, like I felt like a completely different person. I had so much more energy. I was in such a better mood. Yeah, like that was the first time all summer where I felt like really good after going on a run, kind of like getting that runner's high. So I don't know, we've just been really enjoying doing it. And it's a great way to just spend additional quality time together doing something active, you know, outside of jujitsu. We actually don't even really train jujitsu together at all. Like once in a blue moon we do. So this is really nice. I don't know. I kind of maybe want to sign up for a 5K in the fall. Maybe. I don't know. We just finished our run, right?
That's right, baby.
About 3 miles. I feel like running like 2 to 3 times a week is definitely, like I feel definitely stronger when I'm running, which is nice. Like it's always nice to see progress. Say good morning. You just ate your second breakfast again. You say good morning. I just woke up. I didn't set an alarm today and I slept in later than I normally like to. It's 8 o'clock and I don't love that. So let's go for a run. It's a beautiful morning. There's not a cloud in the sky and I want to be able to enjoy the morning. So let's go get ready for a run. I wish you could come. First things first, gotta put the contacts in. And then just a teeny tiny bit of skincare, mainly SPF, so I avoid looking like a raisin down the line. This has been my absolute favorite mist. I actually even use it in my makeup kit on brides. It's the, I don't know if it's D'Alba or D'Alba, I'm not really sure. It's their truffle mist. It is divine. Like if you love looking like, I love looking like a glazed donut, like a grease ball. That's how I like to look. You need this, okay? If you like that, you need this. I know it's because of the fragrance, which isn't super great, but the smell, absolutely divine. And then I recently started using this sunscreen, this tinted SPF from Bubble, and I really, really like it. Very lightweight, and for a mineral sunscreen, it really blends into the skin just seamlessly, and it's not super heavy. Remember, don't forget your neck. My legs definitely feel heavy this morning. I'm a little tired, but it's still a beautiful morning and I'm glad I came out. This will make me feel better, I think, like in the long run after I get it done. We're going a little slower today, but that's okay. I'm running towards the water, so it'll be nice. Today was definitely challenging. My legs felt like cement blocks out there, but it's all good. We got it done, and it's still really cool to see what consistency can do and the progress that you get from just staying consistent with something. I think I will end the video there. If you guys liked it, let me know. If there's anything else that you want me to chat about or you want to see, leave a comment and let me know. And until the next video, whenever that may be, I will see you guys next time.